away. A big discussion called a double-edged sword. Now, the Uganda government's recent instances has actually sparked facing job losses. Will of these decisions extend far beyond immediate, now estimated at 7 Now, the economic ration pressure to allocate tax. A recent report by the budget. Civil servant national consumes approximately 70% of the national budget. What we call a LANA structure, why that is being looked into. It's about the impact on the employees, fiscal consolidation officers. So as you can clearly see on the statistics, 70% of the national GDP, that is you can see there onto your screen, raises what we call significant concerns, what we call highlights employment and deteriorating public services. The civil service consumption is about 12.45%, according to the National Bureau of Statistics. It would probably range in the 30%. And the public perception of the consolidation, they don't know what to do. This is according to Ugandan governance and accountant about the consolidation phase. And now talking about at about 21%, clearly reveal that when we merge 1 trillion Ugandan shillings, if as agencies merge or close, the immediate concern for many employees is actually job security. Employees in what we call affected agencies are anxious about the and have devastating impacts, not only on individuals, but also taking when the Uganda Revenue Authority underwent, of course, a subsequent study, with actually many struggling to meet the basic needs, to provide severe, what we call severance packages. Let me say that. Now, previous programs, a report from the National Planning Authority found that entrepreneurship. Now, this is the key challenge here. This kind of brings us to understand, and it's quite very typical, most especially for many government workers and those that have aged, that to be surviving on this job. And you only think, but surprisingly, you are too comfortable with the employment life. Clearly say you call self-employment or entrepreneurship. Now, to allow cases here where a perspective of need and lack, and when it comes to handling customers, Ugandan government must establish a comprehensive transition program which provides successfully aided over 70,000 workers since its inception in 20. A policy for Germany that once this transitioning is happening, likely to be affected to retrain for better opportunities. This is according to the German's transition program that provides affected workers with retraining opportunities and career counseling. Now, this initiative has actually aided over 70,000 workers, according to the statistics, with a 75% success rate in helping participants, most especially when it comes to securing new jobs. This is something to also look into. Now, the consolidation of also these government agencies is not without have service quality. Now, the merging of agencies may, for instance, the public sector program in Uganda, the public sector reform program in Uganda revealed that consolidation efforts in the past led to increased wait times for service delivery in various acceptance of these reforms. Now, in 2023, a survey conducted by the Uganda Governance and Accountability Project found that 65% of citizens' consolidation efforts. Now, this sentiment definitely reflects a growing and expressed fears for their future. Now, beyond the immediate impact, poses what we call wider economic implications. Now, with the displacements can lead to decreased household income. Now the education and healthcare access largely. 2022 report by the World Bank at 21%. Of course, we need to see what as Uganda's poverty rate currently stands at 21%. Poverty levels during the consolidation periods, by the World Bank. The poverty rate in Uganda vulnerable to increased poverty levels during consolidation periods. Service availability, leading to what we call other agencies talking about schools in rural areas to students. That is something to also look at. Of course, the government must mechanisms collaborating resources available to what we call powered various risk are actually adequately prepared, supportive ecosystem for those affected by the agencies into that. Now, we know that Uganda, as Uganda navigates the consolidation of these different government and economic efficiency and the well-being of the employees. Now, talking about transparency, talking about accountability, talking about robust support mechanisms, these are part of the key essential to also know that the government not only reassures its employees, but it can also, it follows through with what we call concrete actions to ensure that their well-being during this transition, that of course the employees, have the best during the transition. And ultimately, we see that the consolidation is behind the statistics and ensure that Uganda is not left behind in this transformative process, and of course addressing what we call the employee concerns and investing in the future to make it quite very effective. Like I think recent initiative to streamline that is its operations through a consolidation and abolition of certain agencies is sparking a debate of late, and concern will actually receive way far beyond the immediate financial compensation, at way more than requires what we call a full examination, as a statistic which says when they turn into running business that they are not successful. The fact that 65% of Ugandans are actually anxious about this. So literally, they kind of try to express their feeling that that's according to those that are anxious. But of course, like we have seen in some other countries, when such initiatives are being undertaken, there is always a window for the workers to actually retrain and also being counseled in terms of what are the best career alternatives they can actually undertake. Such a similar initiative where when such to find some livelihood, to transition into what we call social entrepreneurship, experience that you are recipe. So those are some of the, in case of the merger of and the stress, are kind of also key contributing factors as to why when these people, after leaving these offices, they actually find it so hard to concentrate on business and entrepreneurship. So that means other services need to be looked into, mentorship, mentoring these people, psychiatrists need to be really, need to see these people. All this is for their good well-being from the health perspective, economically, from the economic perspective, and the political perspective. That well-being is being considered, and that's why we see what we are seeing at this point in time. Well, it's exactly 22 minutes past 9. Allow me to go for a break. Of course, when I return, we shall be, of course, having some insights, discussions in relation to the World Investor Week. Like I told you, later on, I'm going to be joined by some colleagues there in what is happening.
Smart 24, driving business.
Hello tech lovers, the Pixel tablet is here. Is Google back? Wow, we could all be asking the same question, but the Pixel tablet launches today into a field more crowded than ever, priced at £599. It's got the same chip as the company's flagship Pixel 7 smartphones, an 11-inch screen and a bunch of applications optimized to take advantage. But the standout feature is the dock. which you slap the tablet onto with some powerful magnets and effectively transforms the device into a home hub. You can see information like time and weather, have it cycle through photos, play music from the inbuilt speakers, control your lights, and its Hey Google voice assistant is always listening. Given that ever more muddled space between smartphones and tablets, Google will hope it's considering its history with new products. We will all know in about 2 years. Google has a history of killing off products that don't set the world alight. From its Stadia gaming platform to its previous Pixel tablet, it hopes its latest effort will find itself an audience by stuttering the line between the tablet and the home hub. As smartphone screens have gotten bigger and laptops more powerful, tablets have gone through something of an identity crisis. Once pitched as an obvious middle ground between the computer in your pocket and one on your lap, the thinking behind them seems increasingly muddled. There are iPads for people who want a keyboard and powerful processor, and those who want a small screen. Samsung, unfortunately, Amazon's various Kindles, and Microsoft's array of Surfaces. If your head is hurting because of all these features, then you're definitely not, as you use cases vary so wildly. But that hasn't stopped Google from developing the latest Google Pixel tablet, which comes with a twist. But can it find an audience?
Best Football Friend has something special for you.
This is unbelievable.
On the 21st and 22nd September, Premier League is open for you to enjoy. Experience a friendship like no other with 8 live games on GoTV Plus and up. Get closer to the game with expert analysis, live match commentary and stats. Come back to your BFF GoTV for all the drama and world-class Premier League action. Only on SuperSport on GoTV. Love it.
Are you a woman entrepreneur or a woman owning a business and looking for affordable financing to scale up your business? Look no further than the Grow Loan. Grow Loan targets female entrepreneurs nationwide. Key features include a minimum loan amount of 4 million and a maximum loan amount of 200 million shillings, a maximum interest rate not exceeding 10.5% per annum, a loan repayment period not exceeding 24 months. All Grow Loan borrowers must comply with the Grow Project environmental and social standards. Special incentives are available for borrowers that are refugees or from the refugee host communities, people living with disabilities, and women entrepreneurs from the underserved or minority groups. To apply, contact any of the 6 participating financial institutions. Contact us for more information or visit our website at www.grow.go.ug. The Grow Loan is an intervention under the Grow Project, a Government of Uganda project financed by the World Bank and implemented by the Ministry of Gender, Labour and Social Development and the Private Sector Foundation Uganda. Grow, generating growth opportunities and productivity for women enterprises.
To be a winner, it requires that you exceed all the limits of mankind and womankind. But when you play with MTN Momo, winning is easy. Simply get your phone and use the Momo app or dial *165*3#, enter merchant code, enter amount, enter your Momo PIN and pay. Congratulations! Your stomach is full and now you stand a chance to win mobile money with MTN Momo.
75 days since the last day of last season. We are ready to do it all again.
Get all the football on DSTV Cutback for only 110,000 shillings per month. This is Jordan. When it comes to classwork, Jordan is magic. Jordan shines.
Jordan makes his peers better. Jordan is a true leader. White Star Magic family. Be a leader. Be magic.
Smart 24, driving business.
Smart means business, of course, exactly that. The discussions, once again, thanking you for being part of with us from all the way from 7 a.m. at this particular up to this particular time as we about to wind up the day. Coverage of what is happening, of how Uganda is actually celebrating economy. Now, we know that the World Investor Week 2024, and of course, it offers what we call a critical opportunity for Uganda evolving investment landscape globally and regionally, that is to provide further insight. Now, of course, we are taking a look into what is it and why does Uganda really need to celebrate the World Investor Week? And what does it mean to you as an individual, as a citizen? Why is it important? Why do you need to celebrate it? Why do you need to find out what this week actually entails? You never know. There are lots of, ideas that you can actually obtain. There has been what we call a gradual increase in local, still significantly underdeveloped compared to other. The Dar es Salaam Stock Exchange realized that they need to attract more investors, so they introduced financial literacy, financial markets literacy. Their Tanzanians are actually embracing this more. Despite the fact that there is increasing participation as compared to countries like Kenya, which have well-established capital markets. And of course, if we are to take a look to stretch it out a bit, to take a look at Africa, Mauritius, definitely. Uganda stock market capitalization, stock market, just a fraction. You can imagine that. $4.5 billion as of 2023, which is just a fraction of Kenya's stock market, which stood at over $24 billion. Now, the World Stock Exchange boosting what we call domestic savings, and we see that Uganda's financial market. Now, many Ugandans invest all equities, bonds, all mutual funds. Now, financial inclusion data indicates that about 45% of the Ugandans remain unbanked, primarily in the trend by introducing more formal savings and investment market participation. So that's why it's important for you to know, as an entrepreneur, as a young investor, that you need to be critical about the Investor Week. And here in Smart Means Business, we shall be celebrating the World Investor, many insights, and you will be shocked that what you thought you knew, you actually don't know, because knowledge is always something so progressive. Now, that is 138 trillion. Increased access to capital markets via mobile money platforms going to be vital in preparing the benefits. Now, remember, we're talking about here aspects that we shall be looking at into intelligence being embedded into financial markets. We're talking about using artificial intelligence. Look into, I know it could be harsh for you. This has actually been made a reality that it is possible for anyone, but with the incorporation of artificial intelligence, it can help you for that, and you'll be in position to actually, execute what you execute. Now, on a broader scope, integrating regulatory framework, what society perceives as scam, we've seen to teach them how they can to shed all that clarity, because with investment here, it's not limited to mainly just having resources and you invest market, the financial market, the money markets. In other words, the money makes the money. It's what we are talking about here. And cryptocurrencies, the cryptocurrency technology, of course, cryptocurrency which relies on financial markets, aspect of blockchain technology. Many people, when they hear about the Investors Week, their minds are so spread all over various financial market opportunities that they can actually access. So once all that is addressed, we have now cryptocurrency adoption in Africa over 1,200%. In fact, that you see these figures being also a huge number have also been calm. When you tune to Smart with the World Investor Week, you'll get to find out how you can identify investment you shouldn't actually tolerate. A dialogue that is about the risks associated with cryptocurrency investments, especially scams and fraud, which are rampant in emerging markets, put into the World Investor Week 2024 campaigns, especially as more Ugandans can look to adversity to diversify their investment portfolios from the digital perspective. All that is of the foreign direct investment. As Uganda's Vision 2040, the report here says that aims to transform the country into a middle-income economy with strategic objectives to increase foreign direct investment. Now, in 2023, Uganda attracted, that is about foreign direct investment that was worth 1 point wise on Uganda's natural resources, particularly on oil and gas, sub-Saharan Africa, in the recent years with the expected production of oil fields by 2025. Now, for investors, the World Investor Week 2024 provides a platform to discuss investing and regulatory frameworks into all of its renewable energy capacity, particularly. We're having quite so many discussions that are going to be coming all the way. Participating, also position themselves. Well, that is it for today's edition of Smart Means Business. Keep tuned in to Smart 24 TV.